Hi again. Mark's Minerals videos, part 8 of who knows what. Right now, and one thing I didn't show earlier was the other stone that I was working. I always work two in parallel. If I'm going to be switching between bits, I may as well just work at least a couple of stones at the same time and knock them out. These are separate. This is some Aguas Calientes Mexican fire agate, and this of course is the Slaughter Mountain piece that we're working. I've switched back to my Nova Point. I like this one. This particular one is 140 grit, so it'll remove any scratches. It's a great sander. It really gets down. The nice thing is I got the finer tipped one, and it really gets down in there and starts to eliminate some of that brown. I could do it with the other wooden dowel. I like to use these wooden dowels. I cut them, drill them out, and then a little bit of polish, and I can usually get down in the divots and polish away a lot of that garbage and gunk. But for the sake of kind of speeding it along, I revert back to these Nova Points. I really like them. Diamond Pacific. Again, by keeping it wet, this instance I'm using mineral oil. Between every stage, between grinding and sanding, you'll notice that I've cleaned up my workspace. I don't want a bunch of rock dust, because if inevitably what's going to happen, I'm going to drop it, I go pick it up, it's going to have rock dust on it. Then when I go to sand, that rock dust is going to act like sandpaper and cause giant scratches in there. Alright, keep it nice and clean, and again with the Nova Points, just nice gentle pressure. I'm going to follow those valleys. I'm going to try to be consistent using the entire heft of the bit, and figuring out, with most stones you'd also have to worry about your girdle, the outside of the stone. Since this was kind of a demo piece, I think I'm going to leave the bottom rough the way it is, and just keep it as a little demo piece. If you look, you'll start to see some really pretty purples and greens coming in there. So I'm just going to continue working. Unfortunately, till it's all done and polished, it's not that amazing or fun to watch. All you're trying to do is you're trying to peel away that brown that was coming off in sheets when you're grinding it down. And now it comes off a lot more carefully. You just want to expose your final color, your best color, and that's why I'm going with the 140 grit for where I'm at. Once I have no scratches, I'll work over to the black one, and the black I believe these are 280. It's like a 280 grit. And then I usually work my way up with Nova Points. I said that there's lots of ways of doing it, and there are a number of different mediums you can use for sanding. You can take your time and use sandpaper. You can use various different sanding discs. You can use wooden burrs. You just have to get used to what's comfortable for you. And I like these things. Diamond Pacific makes some good tools. Anyhow, that's Mark's Minerals videos. Again, remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of the content, and check us out on Mark's Minerals on Facebook. Have a great night.